Hey everybody, welcome back to Dave and Family Farm. Thanks for joining me for today's video. What we're going to do here today is we're going to tinker with the H a little bit. We have some kind of tune-up work that we're going to do to it, so I hope you'll follow along and enjoy the video here today. So what we're going to work on, like I said, we're going to put new spark plug wires on there. We're going to put new spark plugs. We'll probably put a new distributor cap on there. I got all that stuff. Tractor's running, it's still running good, but I had one of the spark plugs out for some reason. I think when I was, maybe when I was timing it or doing something. And, you know, they look kind of old and tired. So I thought I'd go ahead and replace them. And I already replaced one of the wires here. So we just got to replace the rest of those. And one other thing I did already well, it wasn't off camera, but it was while I was filming another video about when I took this gas tank off and pressure washed it out and all of that and put this inline filter. While the tank was off, I installed some new battery cables. So you can see both of them here. I think there was 3 because there was a ground here and these 2 battery cables here that go from the starter switch down to the battery box. So I did that already because the old ones were getting crusty. I don't believe I have a video clip of it, but it's pretty straightforward, but that really needed to be done. So let's walk over here to the bench, and here we got a book for the tractor. We got some auto lights here. These are 3116s we're going to be running. Here's the rest of our spark plug wires, some cowtails, distributor cap. That's what the inside of that one looks like. So we're going to be putting those on. So spark plug gap, the book says 0.02 to 0.025. I believe I set them at 0.022, I think is what I set. So it was almost in the middle there. I already gapped them and threw them back in the box, so nothing happened to them. You can see my bench here is a mess, so I didn't want anything happening to them. So let me get set up here, get some tools, and we'll start changing some of this stuff. All right, I had trouble finding a socket. I ended up having to grab the impact socket here to use, and it just barely fits in there, you know, because the sidewall thickness on an impact socket is a lot thicker than a standard socket. So if the area around the plug is tight, you might not fit it in there. So this is what this particular plug looks like. Obviously lots of carbon. I'm not sure how old they are. They've, you know, been part of the paint job there. So we'll take our nice new one here and we'll get that started in there. I have a couple of actual spark plug sockets that have the rubber boot in them, but I don't have this size. So that's unfortunate. But those are super handy because it'll hang on to the spark plug for you. Snug that down. Sorry, don't want to reach across you there. All right, so spark plug wires. It's really best to do one at a time. So that's kind of what the end of that guy looks like there. Now, this set was supposed to be sized specifically for an H. I guess there are slightly different sizes there, aren't there? I don't know that it seems like there's one that matches this size. What's the shortest one here? Looks like this one is the shortest one. So I do want to point out to you guys though that, can you see that? Made in the USA. So that makes me happy to see. Well, this one is still longer than that one, but whatever. So what we got, so we're going to use it. Get that to click on there. And I know, I'm going to take the distributor cap off anyway, but I just like to always make sure I don't get them mixed up, because I forget what order they go in, and then I got to look it up. Perfect. All right, there. We got new spark plugs, new spark plug wires. Now, I'm going to trip over everything here. Let's see about getting this cap changed. All right, we got all of our wires transferred over. So I think we're ready to try and jam this thing on here now. Hopefully it'll be compatible. No, it doesn't seem like it wants to fit on there. I just love aftermarket parts, right? So when you hold these guys next to each other, they pretty much look like they're the same height, depth, whatever, you know. But this new cap will not fit on there. It will not fit all the way on there. So I grabbed the tape measure and I measured from the outside to the point right there. This one's 1 inch. This is 1.25 inches. This is supposed to be for the tractor. It was listed for the tractor. But clearly, that's not gonna work. So, yeah. So now I've got to take these wires back off and put them on here. I mean, this one's not in terrible shape. You guys can't really see in there. But I just thought since I was changing everything, I would just go ahead and change it because I had one. Kind of start fresh. But yeah, so that's not going to happen. All right, I put the plug wires all back on the cap that was on here. So I guess I will have to get a different distributor cap for it. All right, now we got a mess of wires here. It'd be nice if these, there we go. All tucked in a little bit there. Looking decent, decent. All right. I guess we're ready to give her a shot here. See if she'll fire up. If I didn't mess anything up. Okay, turn the choke off too soon. Yikes. Come on, baby. All right, over the winter I bought one of these little battery charger things here. This is a Noco Genius, I don't know, not sponsored by them, but I just wanted to find something that was inexpensive that would do 6 volt, because this tractor is still 6 volt, and I didn't have any, everything I have up to this point is all 12 volt battery chargers. So I guess we'll get this out and hook it up and see if we can get some juice on here. This tractor has not run, boy, they don't want you to get this thing out. Like for real. This tractor has not run in I don't know how many months. So, all right. Let me get this thing out and plugged in and whatnot. And all right, guys, welcome back. It's been a couple of days for me. I don't know, second for you guys. But so what I ended up doing was I was able to go and just get a new battery for the tractor. I got a Interstate battery. Interstates are my favorite. So now I got to put that in that and put that back up there and get everything hooked back up. So we'll have a brand new battery, and then we'll go ahead and try and start it again. I'm not going to bore everybody with putting all this together because it's pretty straightforward. Let's give her a go. Oh yeah. Burning like a kitten. I don't want to run her too much right now because I want to put the hood back on now that everything's running good. And I don't want that exhaust too hot to do that. There, I got the hood. The exhaust is on there now, top of the breather. So the only thing that I have left to do to this tractor this year, fingers crossed, unless something else comes up, is I'm gonna have to do something with the hydraulic system. So, my kids are always playing with this flashlight on me. There we go. So you can kind of see we've got a little bit of seepage in this area here. Up underneath here, the edge of this guy's got a drip here and there on him. And then if we go around the other side, there's this mess right here that you can see, but you know, it almost looks like you can see some lines there. There's a plate that holds the battery box, and then you can see some other residue right there. So a lot of the residue that was here, the sediment bowl was leaking previously on this tractor. So if you didn't know, in a previous video, I took the gas tank off, pressure washed it, fixed up, new sediment bowl, all that, so it doesn't leak anymore. So a lot of this junk here is from when that was leaking. So I'm not sure how much of this is coming from hydraulics and how much of it is residue from that leaky sediment bowl. Obviously, I know I have some leaks in the hydraulic system, but I cannot pinpoint all of them at the moment. So what I need to do is take this tractor outside. I need to pressure wash everything off good, get everything all cleaned up on both sides, all around everything, and then run the tractor. And then after that, you know, you can see here, there's by that breather, there's more residue, but like I said, that sediment bowl had been leaking. So anyway, that's the only way I'm going to be able to pinpoint exactly where all the leaks are coming from. And then I'll be able to fix them and put new, you know, drain the hydraulic system, put new hydraulic oil in there. This tractor does not have any remotes, but that doesn't mean I want to leave old hydraulic oil in there. You know, if it gets watery and crap, you know, at some point I might put a remote on this tractor, and I don't want to have a bad hydraulic system because I left crappy watery oil in there. So that'll be the next step.